Hey there, this is your fantastic Arif, and I welcome you all to an amazing series of my podcast, Ring the Bell, to alarm our present for our future. We all are facing climate change issues. Some acknowledge these issues and some don't. Those who acknowledge these issues try to get the solutions. In this Ring the Bell series, I will bring you stories of those people who are forerunners in discovering the solutions to make this earth healthy for each and every one of us. So let's get started.
Have you ever wondered that sports can be a way to unite and spread harmony between us? I guess not. But don't worry, today I will be introducing you all to a girl who solves social and environmental problems through sports. She happens to be an ambassador of football, peace, SDGs, gender equality, and youth empowerment. Her wish is to take the spirit of hope, togetherness, and inspire millions of children across India and South Asia and make this world a better place to live in. She also actively advocates for global challenges and women empowerment. The sporty girl is the founder of Sports to Lead, an initiative that focuses on using sports as a medium to encourage learning and breed leadership and SDGs among the youth in urban and rural areas. She has been selected to represent India as a journalist at the Global Football for International Children's Social Program that unites children of different nationalities, different genders, and different physical abilities. Well, let me break the suspense now. This wonderful girl is Ananya Kamboj, a 16-year-old climate activist and a social activist. She is also the author of the book My Journey from Mohali to St. Petersburg, an anthology of 21 stories. Hello, Ananya. Hope you are well. I'm looking forward towards our discussion today.
Hello, dear friend Arav. I am doing good. Thank you, dear friend, for inviting me to share my journey. I appreciate the work that you are doing for climate change, and I fully support your campaign Sunday for Secured Future.
Ananya, you are also doing a commendable work for our environment and for our social issues in the society.
I have already covered quite a bit.
About your work and your background, but it would still be a pleasure if you can add more to it.
Yes, sure. So, first of all, thank you for such a nice introduction. From being selected to be part of Global Football for Friendship initiative at the age of 13, to being an author of the book My Journey from Mohali to St. Petersburg. And by the time I reached 16, I became the founder of Sports to Lead. I focus on using sports as a medium to encourage learning and breed leadership, address contemporary global challenges such as climate change and gender inequality.
I'm awestruck after listening to your extraordinary work
And how you have
to
risen.
be such an amazing climate activist. Ananya, we would like to know that how sports help us throughout the life and what skill does it help us to develop.
Development from sport goes beyond learning new physical skills. Sport helps children develop better ways to cope with the highs and lows of life. When they are playing sport, children learn to lose. Being a good loser takes maturity and practice. Losing teaches children to bounce back from disappointment, cope with unpleasant experiences, and is an important part of becoming resilient. Playing sports helps children learn to control their emotions and channel negative feelings into a positive way. It also helps children to develop patience and understand that it can take a lot of practice to improve both their physical skills and what they do in school.
Sports gives us lifelong learnings and skills. Sport does not only make the player disciplined, but also enables him or her to become a leader. It lessens us to rise again after losing. The sports cannot be just defined as a mode of entertainment. It is much more than that. Ananya, how sports can play a leading role in spreading awareness about our worsening environment, as well as bridging the gap between gender inequalities.
There's no doubting the fact that climate change and sports are intrinsically linked, with sportsmen and sportswomen seeing the impacts firsthand. Simply by observing fans sipping their cool beverages through plastic straws in the stands or the plastic waste left behind after a match, it's no secret that plastic is omnipresent in the world of sports.
Sports contributing as a major source of entertainment has also put a broad light on the actions of the sport players. Nowadays, we can see players standing up for many social and environmental causes and also participating in campaigns, donation funds, social programs to increase the awareness on the extreme issues of our world. This impacts their followers and also makes them a part for the better cause. Ananya, we often see you as a major advocate of UN SDGs. These UN SDGs guide nations all around the world on how we can tackle climate, social, and economic issues. So, Ananya, how you are fulfilling SDG goals 2030 through sports?
The potential for sports to make positive contributions in society is well recognized. This potential has been acknowledged in the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development that recognizes sports as an important enabler to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals that are particularly known as SDGs. We can use it as a tool to improve the welfare of the planet and its people. Through its values, we can teach teamwork, leadership, tenacity, determination, and humility. But we also use sports as a way to shine a light on social issues, harnessing its influence and reach to draw attention to matters that are impacting society. Since my initiative, Sports to Lead, works globally to use sport to instigate social changes, leverage innovation, promote sustainable development, incite shared value, and create commercial expansion, these global goals and updated targets became the perfect guiding framework to realize our core values on the world stage.
I'm astonished by our acts towards a sustainable future. Your innovative approach to the SDGs through sports is really helping to achieve various SDG goals.
And you have stated a wonderful point that
Sports can also be used to put light on social issues. And I think we can see it happening in more and more sport games. So, Ananya, what was the spark that led you to start with such initiatives to create environmental awareness through sports?
It was the ecological initiative of the Global Football for Friendship program that sparks environmental awareness in me. For the first time, the international teams of friendship were named after the endangered species in 2018. That year, during the final events in Moscow, within the framework of 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia, eco-friendly buses on natural gas fuel were used to transport young participants. National parks and nature reserves all around the world, including Russia, the United States of America, Nepal, the United Kingdom, have joined the Football for Friendship Eco Initiative.
Wow, that was an interesting story. Sometimes events like this can trigger us to start a new journey and lead the way to a better world through our creative and innovative ideas, just like yours, which brought you innumerable victories. I think we all can take inspiration from you and tackle climate issues in our own way. Ananya, could you elaborate on the actions you're taking as the founder of Sports to Lead to encourage leadership skills among the youth of India through the sports? What visible impact has it brought?
So basically, our two programs, Nine Values and BU, are very popular among the young people. Our Nine Values program emphasizes on the importance of teaching human values to sustain in today's competitive world. It is necessary to have basic nine values in place that will make children more responsible citizens in the future. Our BU program has been specifically designed for young women, empowering them to move forward in life by developing self awareness, healthy relationships, and communication and leadership skills. The impact is quite visible through their participation in our programs. Young people have access to opportunities to learn and to meet personal goals or develop important life skills.
I'm fascinated by the exceptional actions you have taken and are taking through your two programs for making students responsible about environment and empowering women. I'm sure your hard work has brought a noticeable change in our society. Ananya, schools are the ones who teach us social values through various means, but sport is often excluded as a medium to teach important social actions. So, what schools need to do to make sports a channel towards social awareness?
Basically, schools need to channelize students' passion for sports into a purpose that serves our global community and bring change. We need to be committed to prepare our students through academic, social, and spiritual learning experiences that form and transform them into responsible citizens of a global community.
Ananya, you have listed out some quite advisable points like using sports to transform children to responsible citizens of the country and to teach awareness through sports. I believe no one can learn anything without the practicality of the topic, but sports has a special power to make us learn important values because it is based on practical knowledge. Ananya, our audience is extremely eager to know more about your book, From Mohali to St. Petersburg. So it would be a pleasure if you could brief us about it.
Yeah, sure. So basically, my book, My Journey from Mohali to St. Petersburg, was officially released as the part of the sixth season of the Football for Friendship International Children's Social Program, organized by Gazprom, an official partner of the 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia. The book presents a holistic picture of the good life, which transcends the prevalent narrow understanding of what constitutes success, fulfillment, and happiness in life. It offers a fresh interpretation of sports through human values, which collectively enrich the different dimensions of life. A harmonious realization of all these values help us grow as truly and fully human persons. The book should appeal to all those who have questions concerned like how to be a good person, how to live a good life, and how to help create a good society. I believe that education, sports, and childhood character development do go hand in hand.
It sounds as an exciting book to read. I'm fondly anticipating to read this anthology of 21 stories, and I'm sure our audience will also be as eager as me to go through your book. Ananya, being a youth change maker, what would be your message to the rest of the world on what they can do to raise their voice for climate crisis through sports.
With its global reach, universal appeal, and the power to inspire and influence millions of young people around the globe, sports is uniquely placed to drive global climate action. I encourage everyone to join us and let's create networks of influencers to advocate and to energetically root for sustainability. Sports celebrities would have to be at the forefront of these efforts to educate people on climate change. They would have to send a unified message. Such unification of purpose by athletes who are often rivals and from different teams would send a message to humanity that it needs to unite to defeat climate change so all of humanity wins the dangerous game we are playing with the environment.
Thanks, Ananya, for filling us in about today's topic, sports for the future. It was an enlightening discussion for me. I learned a lot about the things sports can become a part of and can make better. Sport is a powerful magnet that attracts everybody, unites them, and ignites harmony in them. But the only need of the hour is to make this magnet focus on social and environmental issues to save the tomorrow. Thanks, Ananya, once again, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Arif. It was interesting talking with you.
Thanks a lot, Ananya.
Thank you all for listening to this episode of Ring the Bell podcast. Hope it has been an amazing experience for you and would have found your takeaway from it. I feel nothing is perfect, but we should keep trying to make things perfect. So, if you feel I should add more sugar or salt to my podcast, do drop in your suggestions at rfc888 at the rate gmail.com. Till then, hasta luego.